Hey guys, Jem here with another book review. I literally just finished this book a couple of seconds ago. Like, literally. It's not Beautiful Creatures, Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. I absolutely loved this book. I give it a 9 out of 10 simply because there were like some typos in it. But other than that, I loved the plot line and everything. It was just amazing. My friend recommended this book to me and she said that she loved it and she was like, "You have to read it." And I was like, "I'll give it a try." I heard the name Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire, but I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know that people raved about it. But apparently they did, and it's amazing. I love it. Now, on to the synopsis. The new Abby Abernathy is a good girl. She doesn't drink or swear, and she has the appropriate percentage of cardigans in her wardrobe. Abby believes she has enough distance between her and the darkness of her past, but when she arrives at college with her best friend America, her path to a new beginning is quickly challenged by Eastern University's walking one-night stand. Travis Maddox, lean, cut, and covered in tattoos, is exactly what Abby needs and wants to avoid. He spends his nights winning money in a floating fight ring, and his days as the most eligible college co-ed. Intrigued by Abby's resistance to his charm, Travis tricks her into his daily life with a simple bet. If he loses, he must remain abstinent for a month. If Abby loses, she must live in Travis's apartment for the same amount of time. Either way, Travis has no idea that he has finally met his match. Anyway, again, I'm gonna say this. Spoiler alert, if you have not read the book and you just wanted to know what my rating was, it's a 9 out of 10 and you can leave this page. If you want to know my insight, stick around. Alright. I absolutely loved the book. It was just there was so much drama in it between the relationship. It just made me feel like, ugh! And then made me feel, ugh! Two completely different things, I assure you. But it was just, oh my god, at times, too. Because, like, they're just both so stubborn, Abby and Travis. They're just both so stubborn. So, in the beginning of the book, Abby meets Travis, who is cousins with America, aka Abby's best friend. Boyfriend is cousins with America's boyfriend, Shepley. Shepley and Travis are cousins. America and Abby are best friends. Shepley and America are going out. Just to clear things up. I think I just confused myself with the first part when I was saying it. But then Travis makes the bet that Abby has to stay at his apartment for a month or he has to be abstinent for a month because he literally is a walking one night stand. He sleeps with like any girl. Like any girl. It's just like ugh. But then he it's like more of a mask that he put on that I've now figured. So, I guess it was like, he's changed throughout the book. And they go through a whole lot of shit together. Excuse my French. And, well, there's this guy, Parker, which Abby sort of dated for a short period of time. They weren't really like going out, like calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend, I think. But they went out on dates. So it was like they were sort of going out, but they weren't, you know? And Travis was like Travis was like in love with her by this point. He was captivated by her by the first time he met her. And that's when the bet came up and everything. And she goes out with this guy named Parker. A lot of drama ensues from that point on. And then she does actually end up getting together with Travis. And then there's a whole lot of shit that goes down from there. Just them two together in a relationship. Too much shit. And then Travis finds out Abby's background. because she was trying to get away from her past. Her father, Mick Abernathy, was this most famous poker player, and then she apparently took all of his luck when she turned 13, and her nickname was Lucky 13 back in Vegas. And then and then her dad blamed her for all the bad luck that's happened to him since then. And Travis finds out because of his family. One of his brothers, the oldest, Thomas, realized that she was a regular player just by how she played poker with them, when she acted like she didn't know how to play poker, but then she started beating their asses in poker so much. And then they all just find out she's Mick Abernathy's daughter, Lucky 13. And a lot of things happen from that point. They break up. They're completely devastated. A lot of drama. There's sex, of course, because this is I think, new adult. This is not really YA, because it's college based, but YA/new adult, I guess, and romance, and a lot of drama. And then it's their relationship is a tornado, just pulling everybody in and just causing their lives to be ruined. And so it's their relationship was so, I can't even put it into words. It was I was so frustrated with myself by reading this. I had to stop and just try to calm myself down just to get through those scenes. And it was just so frustrating. But they go through a lot of shit together. I'm not going to go into detail because it's 11:30 and I really need to sleep. But because I'm half awake right now. But in the end, I'm going to make this nice and short. In the end, they get married. Literally, Abby's will you marry me? And he was you want to? And she was yeah. And he called up the airport, got some tickets to Vegas. They were on their way to Vegas. The next night, they're married. Literally, no preparation. It's hey, will you marry me one day? The next day, oh, we're married. It's oh my god, you guys just eloped. That's great. They get married. She gets a tattoo on her stomach, I think the left side of her stomach, where her hip bone is. That says Mrs. Maddox. And Travis, a while back, had a tattoo on his right wrist that said Pigeon, because that's his nickname for her, for Abby, Pigeon. And he had that for a while now, and he actually bought her a ring before all this drama happened, a long time before. And it was she didn't even know if they were going to get married. And then once she says that she wants to get married to him, he just whips out the ring hey, look, I already had a ring. It's just really freaky then. But in the end, they get married, and it's I actually want her to make a sequel. She did make another book called Walking Disaster, but it's in Travis's point of view of the story. I haven't read it. I have it on ebook. I found Beautiful Disaster on ebook and Walking Disaster on ebook just an hour ago. And I was able to download them. And I was thinking about, I gotta see what book I have lined up next. It's either going to be Elemental, I forget who the author is, Allegiance, or Walking Disaster. Because I heard that people really liked Beautiful Disaster, but they didn't bother even reading Walking Disaster because it's just in the guy's point of view. My friend who let me borrow her book, Beautiful Disaster here, she didn't really read Walking Disaster because it's just in Travis's point of view. But I'm gonna try reading it, and I want to see how it is. I mean, look at this cover. There's a Walking Disaster cover that's like this, except it's a little note that says Love Travis. It has a little red butterfly on it. And then there's like another cover for it that has like the guy and like a butterfly tattoo on his arm. Like half of it's like the half of the wing is real and the other one's just like an actual tattoo. But other than that, I think it was a really good book. I really liked it. There's a lot of typos with the spacing and the indentations, and then I read this part. It says, "He approached me." And then there was like a part where it was talking, but it didn't have the front quotation marks, but it only had the end quotation marks for the speak tag. So there was that. So I really did like the book. I want my own copy now. But I guess that's all I really have to say about the book. I'm not really a 9 out of 10 people. I really honestly do recommend this book. I mean, if you're mature enough, because there are some sexual situations in this. I mean, if you're mature enough to actually handle it, then I really do recommend it. Because there's some people who are just really just too immature to even try picking up a good book like this. Or they just like freak out when things like this happen. Things like the sexual situations in the book happen. So that's what I really just all I had to say. So I'm not really sure what book I'm going to read next. It's going to be Elemental, Allegiant, or Walking Disaster. But I'm not sure because I got to ask my friend if he's going to be letting me borrow Elemental. And if he does, I'm going to read that. And the sequel of it came out, so he might get that, and I might borrow that afterwards. So it's just like 3 of those options at the moment. Or if there's like another book that I haven't done a review for and I haven't read, then put a comment of the book and its author down below, and give me a little bit of insight on it. Just give me a like brief synopsis, like not like a 2-paragraph synopsis like that. I mean, that's small print, but it's like sort of big for small print. But give me a brief synopsis, like what the main thing is, I guess. And tell me if you read the book, did you like it? Did you hate it? I actually want to know what you guys thought of the book. Because I don't get a lot of comments. So I'm like, please comment. Anyway, like, favorite, and subscribe up top to my channel. And I guess that's all I really have to say. So, happy reading, you guys. Later.